Hey, it's Ernie, Renaissance Firearms. I'm really getting into this unboxing video thing. At first I thought this is really stupid, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it. It's really fun working here because we get to unbox every day, and sometimes I order guns like in January, February for the whole year. So May, June, July stuff comes in. I don't know what we're getting because I've already forgotten. So it's kind of fun for me. Like I said, the biggest thing is have a really good knife, buck knife here in this case, great stuff, and a really good wiping rag if you need one. I got one by Otis. You know I'm being facetious here. It can be your old underwear if you want to use that. We're going to do a Beretta A400 Xcel target, multi-target gun. And the Beretta A400, of course, is their top-of-the-line gas system gun. And the A400 multi-target is their top-of-the-line target gun. So it's geared for breaking clays, whether it's trap or skeet or sporting clays. Really good gun. This video may be a little longer than normal because there are a lot of cool features on this gun. So when you open the box up, this is pretty much how it's going to come. It has a little sheet that tells you a lot of the features of the gun. The kickoff pad, Unico, steel am, all that stuff. We'll go over that in a minute. Of course, it's got the old boring owner's manual and warranty card that nobody wants. And somewhere there's a gun lock in here that you probably are just going to put in your underwear drawer as well. So, what's in the box? Let me take the guns out of the plastic and then I'll put them back in. I'll just kind of show you how they lay in there. Because you'll probably use this case taking it to and from the range. You may or you may not. You may want to buy your own soft case to keep it assembled all the time. But so this is how the gun will look in the case. Here's some of the pieces. The biggest question somebody's going to have is, what is that piece of rod there? This has a 5-shot tube in it right now. If you were hunting waterfowl, you'd be limited to 2+1. You would put this in the magazine tube, so you couldn't put more than 2 in the chamber, 2 in the mag and 1 in the chamber. You'll never use that in a competition gun, so you won't need to worry about it. It's got a case of the Italian oil. I probably would not use this on my salad. 12-gauge choke tube wrench. And even though these are extended tubes, if you will go all season like some idiot that works at this store, namely me, I shot one of these all summer long one year and never changed the choke tube. It was really hard to get out at the end of the season, so you will need that wrench. 2 extra choke tubes, and they're clearly marked on the outside what they are. This is a medium. It also comes with a full, and I believe that's an improved cylinder. Yep, I see. So pretty much can do anything you need right there. Let's take a little more time because, like I said, there's a lot of cool features on the gun. A couple of things here. There's a gas piston right here, and this is like really the genius of the system here. If you look at this really close, you can see these little teeth on here. They're kind of aggressive, and every time this gun fires, this piston is going back and forth because it's bleeding a little bit of gas out of this barrel to drive the bolt back and forth. And those teeth, you can feel them scraping right there every time they go. That's a self-cleaning system, and believe it or not, it works incredibly well. After a few hundred rounds of shooting, you're going to see a lot of carbon buildup around here, but when you look inside here, it's going to be really clean, and it'll be much easier to clean down the road. And believe me, this works. I've been shooting the Berettas for about 15 years. I love this system. These are just fantastic. There's nothing else works quite like this. The other big thing on this gun is it's got an adjustable rib. So if you're a big dedicated trap shooter, you can adjust it for point of impact however you want to do it. It's really easy to adjust. It has a full owner's manual to do that. It also may have, no, I guess it doesn't have. Some of the guns have stocks, well, it doesn't need a stock spacer. Some of the guns without an adjustable comb have stock spacers here, but this one doesn't need it because you've got this right here. You can adjust this stock if you want it a little bit higher, keep your head up, want to keep it down, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Easy to do. On the receiver, it's got this oversized bolt handle right here and also an oversized bolt release. I'll go over those in just a minute. To put the gun together, just unscrew this fore-end cap. And the fore-end cap you'll see is weighted, and you can buy extra weights for these to change the feel of the gun. Pull it off. This It's real easy to do. There's no pieces, no springs inside. I've seen a lot of semis that have pieces you got to worry about losing, or you've got to put the fore end and barrel together in a funky way to get it to go. It's really, you don't have to worry about that with this. The only thing I like to do with the Beretta is I sometimes like to lock the bolt back. So I just pull it back all the way. Slide the two pieces together like that. Slide the fore end on, and you see that ridge right there. You're going to want to make sure that goes down into the receiver well, like that. So if it sticks up like that, you know it's not right. And you want to make sure your barrels come together like that, like tight. And then just put this cap on, just screws it on. And you'll feel it out, bottom out right about there. Now the controls, again, I say they're oversized. That's the bolt release. The Berettas have a really interesting feature. The bolt, you think it doesn't lock back. Well, it actually will. It's made to lock back after the last shot. So you fired your last shot, it'll lock back. If you want to lock it back manually, turn it on its belly right there, that little knob, push it in, you'll hear it click. When it does that, that allows you to lock the bolt back. And usually what I do when I'm shooting is I will lock it back, I'll drop one in the chamber, and then I'll push the other ones up there. I usually put it on safe first, of course. The safety is designed to reach with your forefinger, real easy to reach. So as you're holding the gun in a natural shooting position, you can just hit it to take it off safe. And of course this is a right-handed gun. I don't think this is reversible, but it's really set up for a right-handed shooter. The gun points extremely well. I'm going to have the cameraman move the camera off to the side so I'm not pointing at him. But when you just pick that gun up, it just comes right to point of impact, or point of aim. It's just perfectly designed. You might have to tweak this a little bit. There'll be directions in there again. But if you're looking for a target gun, I mean, this gun is just, they're real clay crushers. It's not the lightest gun out there, but the weight doesn't feel bad at all. It's balanced extremely well. And in the hands, it feels fairly light just because the balance is so good. I felt a lot of guns. We had a competitor's gun the other day. It was so nose heavy that you picked it up and it wants to go like that. It felt really funky. I've seen some that are really stock heavy, so you pick it up and the barrels feel really whippy. This gun seems to have a perfect balance between front and rear. The quality's there. Beretta have been around since 1526. Great walnut, great proportions, great lines, and it's a great system mechanically. It's extremely durable, extremely reliable. Like I said, I've shot thousands and thousands of rounds out of these guns. We never have malfunctions with them. It's usually, maybe if you like to do a reload or something, you might have something, but the gun's just incredibly designed. Good looking gun, best they've got. Come on down, check us out at Renaissance Firearms.